What is going on today, guys? Lego Man 213 here, back finally. It's been a while. I know it's been about over a month, but I'm back. So, in front of you, this is my custom Lego 1979 Kenworth W900A Long hood. I did a little bit something different. I extended the frame out as well. So, if you're wondering why is it so long, this, that, and the other. It's because I just kind of pushed that frame back a little bit, give it kind of a lower, longer look to it. So yeah, let's get right into it. So this truck actually started out as a project that I had started probably 3-4 weeks ago. It was originally gonna be a Kenworth log truck. I wasn't sure if it was gonna be a T800 with the anteater hood or if it was gonna be a short hood W9. I ended up going through and I'm like, oh, this isn't gonna work because this is too long. This doesn't look proportioned correctly to this, that, and the other. Like for example, the grapple frame and bunk section didn't look proportioned good enough to match the cab. What I mean by that is the cab looked completely smaller than the actual log bunks, loader, and frame length. Now, I every time I shortened it up, that didn't work as well. So I ended up scratching that idea, and I went with this. So this is what it turned out as. It's a custom Lego 79 Kenworth W900A Long hood. I nicknamed it Green Rose. So obviously, I mean, you can tell it's green. See if I can do this with a paintbrush. So right about there, you can kind of see it. It's like a goldish color. You might be able to see, I'll show you on the hood eventually. But on the bottom of all the white, so here, right there on the back and whatnot, on the bottom is a thin antique gold stripe. That was the paint I used. I used Apple Barrel antique gold. I just wanted to give a nice little accent color, something to contrast just the green and the white. I went through and I might change a few things here and there. I might add some stuff to the fenders. I'm not 100% sure yet. Right now, I like it as is. Now, you're probably wondering, where did I get this idea from? So, if you get on YouTube, type in Big Rig Vids. Now, Big Rig is all one word. Just type in Big Rig space Vids, and it'll pop up as a YouTube channel. Scroll, if you type in Big Rig Vids and then type in with that 79 Kenworth W900A Long hood, you'll see a video. It'll be like a black, kind of like a pearly ivory white with a burgundy stripe to it. It'll be named Black Betty, I believe. That truck is where I got the idea from. I got the idea of the long hood, the heart on the window, and the longer frame with the stripe setup. Now, the green and all that was my own idea. That was, I wanted to come up with something unique that I usually just do like a brown, black, blue and white, or the weird red. So the only other green truck I've done is that single cab log truck. That is a darker green. This is kind of like a mossy kind of green, I could say. I'd go with like a moss colored. So yeah, so I went with that. So if you look that video up, I will try to post the link in the description, or not the description, in a comment that I'll pin. But you'll see what I'm talking about. So I went through. It's on your traditional Lego wheels, but they're not the Lego City ones. They're the more Technic-esque type that have the taller rubber and the bigger wheel itself. Now, I did use the same wheels for the fuel tanks. I wanted to do nice, big, thick, your traditional. You got air tanks, steps, exhaust, and then fuel tanks. I didn't want to have, like small tanks. I didn't want to have small tanks here or small tanks back here and space here. I just wanted nice, clean look. That's why on the back here, there's no steps, there's no handrails, none of that. So I went through custom exhaust. The roof is actually the same roof that I used from the Diamond Rio. So if you've seen the previous videos and you're wondering why is the windshield all scratched up, but you recognize it, it's from the Diamond Rio. I stole parts off of that truck. Let's see what else. The grill is actually from a new Ray truck, a 1/32nd scale W900B. So I just used that, cut it, trimmed it, sanded it down, made it fit. And it actually worked pretty good because the front of the truck actually fits very well. So it all, it flows pretty good. On the front of the hood there, you can see the gold stripes. That's what I wanted to go with as well. I did the bow tie visor. I did the dual air tanks there, and then I did the hoses. And I do have to paint that black dot gray again. It's just one thing I forgot. I did for fitness wise, in terms of the clean look, I added in two 1x4s right down here to give that, they've got skirts going on the sides like your hood, and then part of the actual body of the truck. I did the full steps and / battery box, because this is a step. Top of the battery box is a step, and then inside would be your battery box. And then if you look, I'll use the paintbrush again. Right here where the paintbrush is pointing, there's that strip of gray up above these studs here. That strip of gray is to resemble a polished air tank. Air tanks are usually hidden underneath there, right above the battery box, below the rocker panel of the cab on most trucks that I've seen. So I wanted to do that. And you can see here the tanks for the fuel, the heart. Now, what I'm going with is it's a double Eagle sleeper out of Fort Worth, Texas. And I did the hearts to go along with the 79 Kenworth from that Big Rig Vids video. I did chicken lights along the bottom here and then along the sleeper as well. Turning the truck, again, you can see I added a window. Now, the windows are just Sharpied on by hand. That's why I didn't want to paint them, because I knew the paint was going to run. You can see here the gray stripe, the antique gold stripe coming along, and then it comes around to the back as well, same as right there. You can see the back, you've got the part that comes down, part of the sleeper that hangs down below the frame like it should. See what else. Proportion wise, it actually fits very well. I'd like to make a trailer for this. I do have the capability of putting a trailer hitch, a fifth wheel right here as well. On the back, you can see you've got your two red brake lights and then your reverse lights. True dually, and it is actually 4-stowed wide, so it's a very accurate looking truck. I did hook bolt quarter fenders as well, and then your traditional mud flaps in the rear. I kind of wanted to give that old school look, but modernized a little bit. Coming around to the right side of the truck, you can see again there's that heart window, dual stacks cut at a nice 45-degree angle, kind of your old school but again modernized look, kind of that bull hauler-esque flatbed and type. Again, your fuel tanks, chicken lights along the bottom of the sleeper and the rocker. And then you can see that stripe coming along. Now, I can't show you because the air tanks are on, but the stripe actually does go behind the tank. Just, kind of hard to show that. On the front, I will show you here. So you're probably wondering, I've got the 3 eyelashes, and they're just a little loose because that is the actual fender. You can see that. The 3 eyelashes, and then your headlights, and then on the bottoms, it's hard to show it here, on the corners of the bottom of the bumper, I just Sharpied on 2 red dots to show running kind of marker lights. The stacks and the intake piping. So the intake piping and the stacks are all straws. The intake piping here are actually the bendy parts of the straws. I just pretty much cut off one end, cut off the other end, and then bent them and then glued them to how I wanted them to look. Again, there's a good look at that bow tie visor. And then on the cab, I've got the 2 air horns, and then I have your 5 cab lights. I did angled, something different, angled CB antennas there and there. It's just something a little different. I kind of wanted to change it up a little bit. I didn't do crazy things with the mirrors. The mirrors are just paper clips bent, and then I put a piece of aluminum from a pop can, glued that on there. I didn't want to go crazy. When I'm saying there is, I didn't want to add a mirror up top, a mirror down on the bottom, same on both sides, your spot mirrors. I didn't want to go too crazy. Let's see what else. I just painted the inside of the cab black just to hide everything. Let's see what else. If you look as well, the mirrors actually stick out like they should. So they just stick out past the air tanks, and then they're pretty much eyeballing it. I would say they're almost in line with the rear outer duals here. So overall, I'm very happy with the truck. It's actually, if you look at my channel now, it's my background photo and icon photo. So it's something that I'm actually very proud of. It only took me Saturday and Sunday to do, but I took my time on it and was able to pretty much visualize what I wanted, and it came out the way I wanted it to. The bumper, before I forget, is actually, it's 2 Lego plates. It's 10 wide. It's 10 wide, 3, well, technically 2.5 because I sanded it down a little bit. Almost 3 studs tall, and then it is 2 studs thick. Just something a little different. And if you're wondering about this black stripe on both sides of the hood, that's to resemble the Kenworth badge on the side of the hood. No, this truck's hood does not open, but I think it still looks fairly good. I did have to do a lot of gluing for the bodywork, but overall, I'm very happy with it. I think if I was to do it again, I probably would not really change anything, but maybe add a little bit something extra to clean up the back end a little bit, maybe. I'm not 100% sure, but, it is what it is. So yeah, guys, let me know what you think down in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications every time I post a video. And I post on the community thing there just to, if I can't do a video, I at least post something on there, let you guys know that, hey, I'm still here, haven't forgotten about you guys. But I hope you guys enjoyed. Definitely let me know what you think down in the comments. Hit the thumbs up. Let's get this video a lot of views, because a lot of them have gotten a lot of views in the past. So I'd like to get that out there. And then also comment if you think I should add a flatbed to it. A nice clean flatbed. Just nothing crazy, just like a 48-footer flatbed, and make it look good. So guys, like I said, thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, comment down below, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. LegoMan213, out.